name is Advil. Advil Liquids. And I have Adrian. I have Adrian with her migraines. Now, see right there. Do not exceed 6 in 24 hours. But, so what? Okay, that's the end of the movie. I go footage, you go footage. I go footage, you go too. It's one thing to talk about revision, but it's another to show you what I mean. So this is revision, one more time. Here are a few tips to get started, and this is tip number 2, rewriting. After you spent years, or months, on your first draft, what do you do after that? Rewriting isn't just about going back and adding the things you've missed, though that is one part of it. Rewriting is also about sculpting sense into the senseless, because, let's face it, most of that first draft is just a mess. But here's one way to help make sense of it. Let's take a single paragraph. This is my work, by the way. Under the yellow lamplight, hail fell and wind whipped sparkles. Stinging swirls Peter blinked out of his eyes. He hunched into the mild warmth of his coat, and his sigh of exasperation, they were talking treason here, caught on the air before becoming ensnared in the swirls. That's okay, but let's try something else. Logic is the foundation of every last word you slap on the page. So, just as any story must have a beginning, middle, and end, regardless of whatever way it's presented, your scenes must have a beginning, middle, and end, and your paragraphs must have a beginning, middle, and end. Logic, logic, logic. Therefore, let's move this here, and shift that there, and open with a topic sentence and build. Voila! Now, the paragraph reads, pepper-sized hail fell in wind-whipped sparkles when standing under the yellow light of a street lamp, and Peter blinked the stinging swirls out of his eyes, his sigh of exasperation spiraling on the air. He hunched into the mild warmth of his coat, etc. This is what that ended up looking like, by the way. But overall, not much changed. I took what I had, I visualized the scene in my head, and then introduced the setting, saw it from the character's point of view, and then introduced his misery because he's standing out in the cold. So what's the lesson? Take what you have and then manipulate it. Sculpt sense and then do that for everything else. Rewriting is about adding and subtracting, and division and multiplication tables, and integers and fractions and square roots of the pi to the cosine. Oh, we're finished? Okay.